Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 527 for comics originally releasing September the 4th, 2019. Before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday. Drew, guess what?
What?
We got another iTunes review. It's been a long time since we've got one.
That's going to be 6 months, right?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But at the very beginning of August, Dad Poland wrote and gave us 5 stars. These two brothers have all the upcoming comic news and movie reviews. Really like the podcast, and then an emoji thumbs up in the review. So we want to thank Dad Poland for that and really appreciate the 5-star review. If you are listening to us on any of your podcast services, be them iTunes or anything else, please drop a like and a 5-star review, whatever it has to do to kind of spread the Comics for Fun and Profit word. We very much appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad Poland. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. We got Pop Culture 413 says, "Are you aware what's going on with Batman? It's sold out online already. It is already gone for $30 plus on eBay." I think this was, if we would have had a show last week, this would have been relevant.
Yes.
It's older feedback.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, there's some serious spoilers going on here. Yeah, they did some stuff with poor Alfred. Bane looks to have hurt him.
Yeah, snapped his silly neck.
Yeah. So that's why it's crazy, and we'll see if it. We've been here before, so we've experienced Alfred losing his hand not that long ago, and lo and behold, he got his hand back. So you never know. We'll see how long this lasts. Let's see. Wolf Warner says, "Once in Future, they had been the hottest indie of the week, but Show's End was my low-key sleeper pick for best indie read of the week." All right, I read Once in Future, Wolf, and you're wrong. It's awesome. It was a great read and a good pick by Kyle, and I love that book. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. And I saw that there's an Excalibur. Like, somebody else is doing a King Arthur book now. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, Once in Future was great. Michael Lamb says, "My pick of the week is Once in Future #1 second print."
There you go.
That was for the week we missed. I'm betting much smaller print run than issue 1. Thanks to Kyle for getting this on my radar. Hope to hear you back next week.
And another thing, back on Wolf Warner, I follow him on YouTube, and I listen to his when he picks up his books in the week. And he did a football podcast the other day that was actually pretty fun. So if you want a football podcast, he does comics, and there's some football talk as well.
Oh, he's got to be loving this Antonio Brown nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Enjoy him. You can have him.
Thanks for the bag of sandwiches. We're good with the trade.
Yeah, we'll take our 3rd and 5th pick, and you can have this craziness. Rock Langlois says,
"Wow, I wish I had a name like that."
Yeah, Rock. "Hello, Kyle and Drew. I know it's been a long time that I wrote. I'm still listening to the podcast every week, but I did not have very exciting news to share with you guys recently but now I just read about these Acetate covers, and you have to pre-order early. It's what they call an extra early solicit. Okay, that's exciting. So what are we going to do, guys? Please, Drew and Kyle, let me know. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to buy the whole bundle and resell them? There's 22 DC Universe issues. Are you going to buy and keep them? Are you only going to buy a couple of them for resale, or just buy a couple to keep? Help me. I don't know what to do with this Acetate stuff. Keep up your super good work." Okay, well, I looked at and stared at the Acetate covers, and I looked at the bundle because Cowabunga did a really cool bundle where it was like $1.75 a piece or something like that, really cheap. You could have got all 22 for like low amount, and I didn't do it. I ended up not pulling the trigger. I've been burnt too much on some of these weird covers, so I didn't do it. Kyle, did you pick and choose any?
I did not, but had I been paying more attention, I was a little kind of out of everything over the last order cycle. I was kind of in a rush, unfortunately. with the deal that you could get from Cowabunga, it was probably worth jumping on those 22 because it's just something new and something cool. And normally when DCD does something with the covers a little original, it hits hard. Like lenticulars are no big deal, but when lenticulars first hit, boy, they were big for a few weeks.
Yeah, it was a big deal. And I'm kind of kicking myself because I don't believe there'll be any on FOC. I think this was like your chance.
Yeah, this was an order ahead of time because we got to do a lot of weird printing.
And I flip flop back and forth and just ended up not pulling the trigger. There was just I looked. I mean, I clicked on them and looked at them, and I didn't think the covers were that great. So if the covers would have been better looking from an art standpoint, I probably would have done it. But I think they had to keep them pretty simple for this acetate process to work, I guess.
But it's essentially a villain's cover because, which is dope.
Yeah, and they have that big Year of the Villain banner along the top of them, and I didn't like that. So there was enough working against it for me that it would have just been to buy and then sell if they got hot because I didn't want any of them.
Yeah, they wouldn't be a collection thing. The Nightwing maybe, but I wasn't blown out of the water by it.
So I didn't want to throw $40 at that just to try to see if I could flip them, and so I just said I'll pass. That's what I did, and that's what Kyle did. But your mileage may vary, man. You guys might really like that stuff. So
now that I look at them, there's a few I wish I'd have done the pick and choose.
Yeah, I didn't even do Batman. I thought for sure I would. Yeah. Dennis wants to know what we think about the D23 Disney Plus announcement. Drew, Moon Knight. I'm like, that's the one that stuck out for me. I was really excited about that. But there was a lot of cool stuff on that D23 Disney Plus announcement, Kyle. What'd you think?
I mean, I'm there day one regardless. So, they just literally sweetened the pot that I was already paying for.
Yeah.
And the one thing that kind of threw me off, crap, I should have got that Nightwing. No, I'm sorry, I'm watching things scroll by. But one thing that I think is cool that other people hate is these Marvel series are not bingeable. They're coming out week to week.
Which I think is cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then I saw a thing today where at D23 they were offering a discount if you sign up for 3 years of the service.
Yeah, it's like $4 a month at that point.
$4 a month. They just released that to the general public, so you can pay $140 for 3 years or whatever, and just have it for the duration already rocked.
Yeah.
If you have the faith in it, which why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I did not do that because I think it expires today.
Yeah.
So I did not do the advanced D23 deal. But I'll probably pay the year in advance to get it down to like $5.75 or whatever.
I'll tell you what, I'll pay it and I'll just give you the login.
Yeah, that's true because you can get four shared logins or something like that.
Yeah, we're good. We're gravy.
And you can have it on 4 devices. You can have seven profiles or something, and on 4 devices.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Which I'm forcing my children to funnel into 2 Netflix devices at a time, so they can mitigate a third Disney Plus.
Yeah,
although I'll probably cancel Netflix.
I'm actually thinking about it too. I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just cancel Netflix for a while. I haven't turned Netflix on for quite some time, so football season.
Chappelle had a new show on. I watched.
What did?
New stand-up. Chappelle had a new stand-up I watched.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that. He's great, but yeah, I think that they're all cool. I'm looking forward to Hawkeye. Now, I mean, I'm concerned that Moon Knight's going to be not good. I mean, I don't think it's going to be great, but
why not?
I just there's I didn't think all the Netflix Marvel shows were good. So what are the chances that all 10
those were not made by the MCU.
What are the chances
this
that
Disney
all 10
Plus
of these
stuff
are going
is
to be
made
good?
by the MCU? Say what?
What are the chances that all 10 of these are going to be good? I mean,
well, we got what, 24 movies or whatever that I'd say 20 of them or 8s or better.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, if Hawkeye's great and Moon Knight's great, I'll be real happy.
Yeah, those are the only two. You can scrub everything else. Give me those two good.
If those two are good, I'll be really, really excited and happy about it. And I hope the other stuff is good. But I mean, I just can't imagine that Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk and all of these, Bucky, the What If. I hope it's good. I mean, I just can't imagine they're all going to be that great. Some of them won't. There are going to be some stinkers in there.
Yeah.
But I still think it's worth, even full boat, $7 a month.
Yeah, no doubt, absolutely, 100%.
And did you find out if there's what was the commercial free option?
Oh, I didn't check for the Hulu bundle. Yeah, I'll end up doing that one because I already paid for Hulu.
Yeah, I want to do it too. But yeah, that's a good question, and that is going to be. And it's coming up here. That's like November. So, are you going to do the D23 deal?
No, I'm not going to jump that in. I'll pay month to month.
Yeah,
like a peasant.
You're not even going to pay the full year.
Yeah,
to get the discount. I'll probably do that. Yeah, I mean, unless there's nothing out, unless they're all staggered. Do we have dates on everything yet?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I should wait. I don't know. Now you got me second guessing everything. Anyway, if you want to ask questions that we can't really answer very well,
if you want us to stutter over your questions, send your.
Yeah, you can do a bunch of different ways. You can go comicsfunprofit.com, and where all our links are. You can go to you can send us an email directly, comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com. You can go to our Comics for Fun and Profit Facebook page. You can go to our Instagram or Twitter, which is @ComicsFunProfit for both of those. And reach out to us that way. I usually check them all pretty regularly. So
yeah, you're good at that, dude.
I should catch it if you reach out to us in any of those ways. And Kyle monitors the iTunes pretty well, so he can get that stuff that way. We appreciate that. Let's check out the FOC, hot off the press. Eric just got it out to us, so we're excited about that.
Of course, FOC is the final order cutoff. It's your last opportunity to add to your order, take things away from your order, look at things that you didn't know were on your order, and see some FOC exclusive stuff, some final artwork. It's pretty much an excuse for Drew and I to add more money to our preview stuff than we really originally expected to. But that's just how it goes.
And it makes it really easy to do your monthly order now because, I mean, I pay way more attention to the back half because some of that stuff's not on FOC. But I know everything in the front half is going to be FOC-able. So I just I don't think I'll get it now. I'll wait. And then I'll take another look at it in FOC and see if I get more cover images or something. See if I've changed my mind. And I love it because I don't really have to sweat or agonize whether to get something. I'm just always err on the side of caution. I'm like, meh, I don't think I need that. And then when FOC comes around, I'm like, yeah, I should get that.
Turns out I did need that.
Turns out I did. So it's really
if
cool.
Your local yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna plug Cowabunga. Get on that list. It's in the show notes. You can click on it, sign up in 2 seconds. If you can't do that for whatever reason, you can always, or you have questions, you can always reach out to Eric, and his email's in there, in the show notes as well, and he'll answer every question you have.
Yeah, and if your local comic book shop does not do FOC, Cowabunga can hook you up with a mail order form as well, and they can get you your last-minute comics for whatever you need. All right, so there are no additional things in FOC. Sometimes Eric likes to highlight a half a dozen things for, actually, kind of the things that he's looking at on the FOC. This time he said, you know what, guys? It's all up to you. I'm not holding your hand on this one. So, Drew, let's jump in and see what we can suss out.
Well, this Ether Disappearance of Violet Bell, #1, is a Matt Kent, David Rubin book. And Ether's happened before, so this is another volume of that. It was never one of my favorites of Matt Kent, although I do love him as a creator. This one didn't work as well for me, so this was something I'll probably be sitting out.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's really all I had in Dark Horse.
Yeah, not too much for Dark Horse for me either. Let's head on down to DC.
I got the 3rd issue of Batman's Curse of the White Knight from not Ryan Murphy, Sean Murphy. God, I gotta stop doing that. That's picked up kind of right where the last volume left off. It was really good. You can get that dollar issue of the first Crisis. Which I think
nice.
It's a pretty good deal for $1. Well, not even that. 60 cents from Cowabunga.
That's a cool looking book. George Perez cover.
Yeah, it's just so funny how, how long was Marvel doing dollar comics? True Believers.
Yeah.
Like DC should do this. How long did it take them? Like 2 years?
Too long. Yeah.
Come on.
A long time. Oh wow. Red Hood and the Outlaws. The cover beat is a Dan Mora is doing the covers on those. So that is
those are
awesome.
great. Yeah, those are great.
Hey, Dan Mora, let's do some Nightwing. Just saying.
Would you come back?
Yep.
You would come back.
Give me Dan Mora B covers. I'm right back there.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, DC,
there you go.
That's how we do. All right, anything else in DC, sir?
Not really. No.
Yeah, kind of a lull for me on that one as well. See what IDW has for us.
That Shazam seems like it's been delayed, by the way. Yeah, April.
Yeah.
April.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, IDW. There's a special edition of October Faction, which is... I'm not sure what that is.
Celebrating the upcoming Netflix series, the special edition of presents the debut adventure of the Allen family, written by Masters of Modern Horde Steve Niles and mind-blowing art by superstar Damian Worm, and features a behind-the-scenes look at the that digs deep into the creation of the terrifying monster hunts. So $4 reprint behind the scenes seems kind of like a what the heck did we call those when DC did it? Director's cut.
Yeah. We got Transformers Galaxies #1, another spin-off, focusing on Cybertron, a planet of vast beauty and extraordinary cities, but it wasn't always so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
After the war against the threefold spark, Cybertron was decimated, and new bots, the Constructicons, emerged to help build it grander and more amazing than ever before. That's taking you back, isn't it, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
The old Constructicons. This is
next to the dinosaur ones, my favorites.
Tyler Blazinski and Livio Ramondelli, with Nick Roach doing a cover. So, never heard of those creators, but we'll see how this spinoff does. Probably not going to get the 25, the 1 in 25 cover. So I'm going to sit that one out, I think.
All right, let's head on down to Image.
Oh, we got Deadly Class, another Deadly Class. This is issue 40, beginning of a new story arc. It's a great comic. I can't believe that show got canceled.
Well,
and nobody picked it up.
Don't sell your stuff to Sci-Fi. Do not sell your properties to Sci-Fi. Just do not do it.
They did a good job of execution, though. I mean, it looked great.
Yeah, but they just give up on everything, and they can't afford the properties, and they let them die, and they don't have a good way to do. They don't have a really good streaming component. It's just not worth it.
What was that crappy zombie Nation or something that they had? That it went like 5 seasons. No. It was like a really low rent Walking Dead, really low production value. Bad special effects. I can't remember what it was, but it went forever.
Pretty Violent #1 going to a second print.
Hey, by the way, that was great. So it looked.
Now, did you like Fairyland?
Not really.
But you like this? That's awesome.
This is really good. Maybe that's what Fairyland was, and I didn't give it a fair shake. But this was. It was just really good because it looked kind of like Kitty, but it was not. It was very mature themed, language wise, and violence, ultra violent, and it really was fun.
Yeah, because same thing with I was a big fan of I Hate Fairyland, and it was the same thing, ultra violent, ultra brutal, but with that cartoon style.
Yeah. So I'm
maybe worth grabbing the second print here. It does look different than the original first.
Yeah, and I was thinking about doing that and doing a two-fer and getting the second print and the second issue, because I mean I looked at it and it didn't do anything for me during the solicitation, and then when I read the comic, it was just so good.
There we go.
We have this Safe Sex SFSX book. It looks really, really great. Tina Horn, Michael Dowling, Tul Lote. I got plenty of these coming. I was excited about this during the solicitation cycle, and I'm looking forward to this one.
White Trees #1. We talked about. Wow, only 2 issues here.
Yeah.
And #1's already going back to a second print. Of course, Chip Zdarsky on this, Chris Anka.
Yeah.
These are oversized issues for $5, which Drew and I looked at ourselves and said, "Hey, do regular size. Give us 4 issues." But they don't listen to us.
No,
so.
but it was really good, and it wasn't the Zdarsky humor.
No,
He's
right.
He just kind of straightened up and just wrote like a straight up fantasy tale, and so I was surprised, but it really worked.
I said this is how they're probably going to be doing Hollywood treatment type stuff. Did it feel like that?
No, it just felt like a really good comic, and I didn't even feel it got halfway through. It felt like it was just getting started, and I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna button this thing up in one more issue, but it was really well done, and you learned you really got to know the characters because you spent a little bit more time with them, and they're all likable. Definitely a cool book.
Cool. And a second print available there. Pick that up as well as the #2, which is the entire series. So
Yeah.
Just FYI.
It's just real easy to do that. Get that out of the way.
Down to Marvel. Saw a thing where Marvel 1000 has gone to the second print.
Yeah, did you read that?
No, I didn't.
I tried. It was just. I don't think I'm a big enough Marvel zombie to enjoy it. You know, it was just like one pagers after another, and it was. I think it was way too inside baseball for me.
And did you follow? Apparently, Mark Waid wrote something awful in the back, and it got pulled.
I didn't even notice.
And then, but if you buy the D23 version, it's still in there. So everybody's going nuts for the D23 version of that.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't. I wasn't that impressed with the whole thing.
Well, going back to a second print, they said it's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, $10, sold out.
$10.
That means they didn't learn their lesson. They'll be doing a lot more of those.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. We got Crazy #1 from Marvel. This is Jerry Dugan, Frank Thierry, more people, along with Don Simpson. This is a wacky humor Marvel magazine or comic. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Ghost Spider #1 going to a second print. Pick it up with #2.
That was really good. I really liked that.
Does it give us a reason why we need to change? Why we needed to change her name and such?
No, I don't think so. And it was a Gwenpool that just came out too that I really liked. She's grown on me too.
Yeah, I always liked Gwenpool.
Yeah, it's an interesting character.
Chris Claremont with the New Mutants War Children #1. Sienkiewicz with interior and cover art.
Huh.
It's your boy. Strong and free, don't miss the monumentous event as legendary creators Chris Claremont and Bill Sienkiewicz reunite with Magic, Wolfsbane, Cannonball, Cypher, Mirage, Karma, and Sunspot to share this never-before-told story of the New Mutants' past. Also guest appearance by none other than Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, I don't know.
Drew, this is a $5 book, but it might as well be screaming Drew's name.
Yeah, but I just don't like New Mutants, so I don't think so.
Okay.
I know. I mean, I'm really down on all this Powers of X stuff and all this X-Men stuff, and just the Star Wars flood was too much Star Wars, too much Spider-Man. Marvel's making me mad.
I really hate that B cover. Not to be a hater, but the McLeod cover.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they announced a bunch of cancellations too. Marvel did, so most of the stuff they're canceling were things that I liked. So there's gonna be less stuff that I
Or
read.
perhaps we just don't have our fingers on the pulse anymore, Drew.
I think when it comes to Marvel, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Probably DC too, to some extent. I like some of the Bendis stuff and some of the smaller books, but yeah, there's not that much DC I read anymore either.
There you go. Drew, Star Wars Age of Republic, Kylo Ren #1, a one-shot. I'm sorry, Age of Resistance, not Age of Republic. We switched over and I forgot. Star Wars Kylo Ren, written by Tom Taylor.
Oh, this is a one-shot?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Most of these AORs have all been one-shots.
And that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Drew, tell me about Strike Force #1 by Teenie Howard.
Let's see. I don't recognize. And is that Spider-Woman there? Is that
Blade,
Bucky?
Angela, Spider-Woman, Wiccan, The Winter Soldier, Monica Rambeau, and Damien Hellstorm.
Yeah. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't think I like Teenie Howard anymore. I'm down on everything.
You really are,
Yeah.
you hater.
Yeah, it's terrible. Plenty of dollar True Believers for Devil Hulk, Other Hulks, Red Hulk.
I think I have the Red Hulk here somewhere. I didn't realize it was sought after.
Oh, yeah. And that final Thanos didn't have quite the cachet of the Donny Cates run.
Out with a whimper, not with a bang.
Yep.
Boo. All right, Drew, let's head on down and see what Boom has to offer in the FOC.
Well, it looks like that's the end of Avant-Gardes. I didn't realize it was an 8-issue miniseries. I thought it was an ongoing, so there you go. Faithless is also ending with its 6th issue. That's too bad.
Crap, I need the FOC cover.
Did we get the 5th one?
I don't even know.
Let's see. Okay. So you got 1 and 2 coming, so you want the FOC?
Yeah, it's Jai Lee. I gotta have it.
Yep. And then
Dark Crystals Renaissance. Is this the one that's on Netflix now?
I have no idea.
Or Dark Crystals Resistance, sorry.
No idea. I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah. An official prequel to the hit Netflix series. Our buddy Derek went crazy when he saw that this was on Netflix.
Is he a big Dark Crystal guy?
I didn't ask. I was too afraid.
That was like was it 80s or 90s? When was Dark Crystal?
I've never seen it.
Yeah. That was not my time.
Yeah. But we have a Netflix series going on that's apparently quite good, and we have a Boom comic that is the official prequel to that storyline.
There you go. And then when we slide over into Vault, we have Plot #1 by Michael Morecki and Tim Daniel with art by Josh Hickson. Looks pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Got a cool cover, twisted looking cover. Vault does some good stuff.
Yeah.
They also have Relics of Youth. They're the first issue. Is Matt Nicholas, Chad Redman, Nat Rodriguez keeps dreaming of an island. Soon the dreams become walking visions. Alone and concerned, Nat manages to locate other teenagers across the globe who share her intense obsession with the unmapped enclave. And then the strangest part, every one of them wakes up one morning with a mysterious tattoo. Only they can see. I don't know.
Meh.
Now that I read it out loud, yeah.
Bad Reception #2 from Aftershock. I was talking about Bad Reception #1.
Yep.
Here's your chance to pre-order #2 if you liked it. If you're a Bloodshot guy, it looks like that's starting back over. And that's it.
They just keep trying with that Bloodshot, don't they?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's got people. They're just not me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And this comes to an end of the FOC. This is just your last chance to order some of these books. Hopefully you got them in previews, or you can FOC them and get them at your LCS, so you do not miss out and have to go to the secondary market for these kind of things.
Definitely.
So we once again want to thank Calbunga and Eric for curating that list that we can just go through ever so nicely and look at.
Let's slide over to Cover Price's top 10. These are the top 10 eBay hot sellers for 8:30 today. Number one is, of course, Batman 77. We talked about it a little earlier because of Bane doing what he did. We sold 274 copies of it this week, around $15 a pop. Venom first host, second print. The third issue went to a second print. This is the first cover appearance of Sleeper, who shows up also in Venom number 17.
Are we running out of names? Sleeper?
Yeah, I guess so. So 50 of these. Raw average $72. So we missed the boat on this one completely, Kyle.
Yep.
She-Hulk number 1, because of the Disney Plus offering, sold 147 of these with an average raw sale of $125. Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
Was this this was not that expensive of a book, like not that long ago.
No.
Avengers 47. I bet you I got a She-Hulk or two floating around in my boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look. Let's see. Avengers 47. First appearance of the Black Knight, who is going to be in a Marvel movie coming up. 59 of them sold. Raw average of $137, but it is a 12-cent Avengers comic from long ago. And we have the glorious Moon Knight number 1, volume 1, 81 copies sold, about $30 a piece, because Moon Knight is awesome and coming to Disney Plus. Got the newsstand version of Savage She-Hulk, also selling well, not as well as the direct market version. So I'm assuming that's the one I have. And then Devil Dinosaur number 1 as first appearance.
Moon Girl's getting a TV show. How'd I miss that?
Oh, Rock. He mentioned it a couple of times. Wolf, I'm sorry, not Rock. Wolf mentioned it multiple times. That he called this. He's been an early adopter of
he
Devil Dinosaur.
He might as well be a producer on this thing, man.
Yeah. He's probably an associate producer on this. But yeah, so they sold a ton of this, around $24. And it's I don't think it's gonna be an animated show, maybe. Not sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's got an audience, and that audience isn't animated. But Devil Dinosaur is from 1978.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dude, I'm sure I have like 2 or 3 copies of Moon Girl 1.
I'm sure you do.
I'll have to check on the price of those.
All new Marvel now .1. If you remember the .1 craze of a few years ago, that failure. Well, we sold 53 of this. Around $45 a piece because Kamala Khan was in it.
Yeah.
And then we have Venom first host number 3, first appearance of Sleeper. We talked about this. But it's only selling for double cover right now because he also appeared in Venom number 17. We also have a sensation, rounding out the top 10, we have this sensational She-Hulk number 1. Since she's getting her own series, her stuff is hot. But this only sold for around $6 on average. So plenty of those to be had in the wild and in quarter bins. Be something to grab. So good stuff. I love that this thing changes every week, and it's not the same 10 things over and over again. Sometimes there's some repetition, but there's always some new things that get hot and show up on here. So I love that. Definitely.
And Cover Price does all the aggregate work and everything for us, so that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Cover Price. And that's COVR, no E in there.
All right, Drew, you ready for a sneaker? We got anything else going on?
I think yeah, I think I'm ready, yeah.
All right, we've done our FOC. We've looked at our top stuff. We've talked to our listeners. Let's head on over to previewsworld.com. Let's find new releases, and let's see what's coming out September the 4th, 2019. Drew, we are into September already.
Isn't that crazy? It's fall. Doggone
Yep.
it.
We start where we like to start, in Image.
We got Battle Pug. This is Mike Norton's book. This was a web series, and he's been doing Battle Pug stuff for a long time. So this could be cool, could sell well. But he's got there's a lot of this product out there. Indie versions of this and collections, and kickstarted, and but there is a B cover with Chris Samney and Matt Wilson doing a cover, which is pretty sweet.
Very cool. I think I bought a copy of this off him at C2E2 that he signed.
This exact
not this
one?
but no, not this one, but whatever he had with him at that point.
That was a while ago.
Precursor one. Holy Spawn 300.
There's probably a few of those.
Yeah. Whoa, this is the first time I've actually seen the cover A. That is awesome.
Yeah, there's some great covers. I don't know if there was a bundle available of this, but that would have been a fun one to do.
Yeah.
You know, because these are really fantastic.
Of course, if you want any of these deep variants, reach out to Cowabunga, because I think they went pretty deep on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I love that. Of course, my favorite being the J. Scott Campbell. And there is a parody 300 again.
That's all I had in Image.
Sorry, I'm too busy looking at covers. I'll stop.
Oh, they're nice. They're nice.
All right, let's head on down to Dark Horse. Everything #1. We will look at everything #1. Oh, that's right. I hated this. Never mind.
Yeah.
Triage #1. If I remember, that was different sounding.
Wow, we finally got a weird appearance. This was from February. Quite a delay.
Holy crap, yeah.
Yeah. Took their sweet time. No one left to fight. I think that is cooling off.
Yeah, 3 of 5. Let's see if they can stick the landing. All right, down to IDW.
Get that. Oh no, I've skipped all of IDW. I'm sorry.
All right, down to DC. It's all good. That's what we should have done anyways.
That's the first appearance of Poison Ivy Facsimile Edition. It's pretty sweet.
Batman Rise Al Ghul #1 of 6. Neil Adams writing that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Neil Adams on art and writing.
We're doing another Deceased with Tom Taylor.
Yep. We talked about this one. This is Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, John Constantine, Blue Beetle, and Booster Gold as they attempt to fight back against the Tide of Death.
But I don't remember the other volume ending.
It doesn't. These are going on at a different time. They're working on a different portion of.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like while your heroes are doing this out.
Oh.
Also going on.
Okay. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. This could be good. Got some of the covers, not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're pretty nice covers.
Yeah, Stanley Lau on the cardstock variant. That would be your art germ. And yeah, the other side. Get both of those. Put them together. You're going to want them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I think I FOC'd these if I remember correctly. I can't remember.
I think you wanted to and then chickened out.
Yep, that sounds like me.
Legion
Lois Lane.
There's Legion fan. There's Legion of Superheroes Millennium. People will be excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those people, but
but there are people.
There are people that really like the Legion.
Down to Marvel.
Oh, we got an Alpha Flight book. Been a long time. It's Jim Zub, Ed Brisson, Jed McKay writing together. That's interesting. Oh, this is a one-shot? Can't tell. I'm guessing. Must be.
Yeah, 3 brand new tales. Sounds like it just...
Champions 9. I think it ends at 10, maybe. Heard it was ending.
Ghost Spider has had 1 issue. Time for an annual.
Ah,
That's it for me. Well, do I care about Black Widow?
Probably not.
Jody Hauser writing that as well.
Probably not.
Black Widow Year One. I wonder how closely this will be to the movie. Sounds like we're going back in time for that. So
Yeah.
might be worth checking out just to see if there's any tie-ins with the movie coming out.
Yeah.
All right, down to Dynamite.
Nothing in there for me.
Down to Boom, and let's just go ahead and push on to our other stuff.
Well, there is a third printing of Once and Future. Which I
Yes,
think
get them all. Get every printing.
Which I think is kind of
different.
cool.
They are dope looking.
And then there's called Something is Killing the Children with James Tinian, your boy.
Yep, I wanted that one.
And that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in this one. There's a...
and that Jai Lee B cover?
yeah.
Oh,
The Jai Lee B
so
cover is kind
good.
of cool. So that could be something for Boom.
Yeah.
Then there's an FOC, Something is Killing, that's by Jenny Frison. I think we missed out on. I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, I think we talked about it, if I remember correctly.
Did we talk about it?
We talked about it.
Okay.
Forget about it. That is awesome looking.
That's a good one. That would have been a good pick.
Yeah. Not an Archie and Friends guy, but that is a cool cover. The Back to the Future style cover.
Mhm.
Homage. I like that kind of thing. Going to the Chapel #1 from Action Lab Danger Zone. It was the wedding from hell, and that was before the bank robbers showed up. What do a conflicted bride, her dysfunctional family, a gang of Elvis-themed crooks, and one relentless sheriff have in common? They're all about to discover love is the ultimate hostage situation.
Back half not doing it for me.
Nothing else, sir?
No, I don't think so.
I keep wanting to just dismiss Zenoscope. Didn't they have something that was really good a couple weeks ago?
I think that temporal thing.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Knight's Temporal.
Yeah. So you're going to have to stop dismissing
Mm-hmm.
them so hastily. Alright, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one thing we want to make sure we go into our LCS's pick up and we don't want to miss?
Boy, I mean, I hate to overlook Spawn's 300th issue, but I think I'm going to go with the Boom book, Something is Killing Children, #1.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go off. I'm going to go against Kyle's cover A. And I'm going to
Yeah, well, I was even saying how awesome that was.
I'm going to go with the FOC Frison variant
Frizzler.
instead of the Lee.
I mean, the easy answer is Once and Future third print. You want to have that one. You want to have all these prints because they're just cool, and I think they'll have a little bit of money. But I'm going to say, let's go ahead and talk Spawn. Let's go ahead and talk Spawn 300, and let's talk that Campbell, that J. Scott Campbell cover, because I want you to put that on the show notes as a picture.
I gotcha. Assignment.
Yep.
Well, now I'm flip flopping. That Jai Lee is pretty good cover for Something is Killing Children.
Yes.
Do I go with that, or I think the FOC exclusive would have the lower print run, so I think I'm gonna have to go with that one.
You can't do that. FOC's gone. So either you.
Oh,
that
no,
was
you're
something
right.
We talk
You're
about
right.
in FOC.
You're right.
This
I
is
can't make
Sneak.
that a pick. I can't make that a pick
Correct.
because you would have had to have FOC'd it.
Correct.
Oh well, I mean, the store could have,
It's possible.
right?
It's very possible.
Right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hmm.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. If listeners, if you don't think that's if you think that's not playing fair, I will not do that again. But I think the store could add 10 copies of the FOC version, and it could be sitting on the shelf when you go in there. And I think you should pick that one.
I love it. I want to thank you guys for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for staying along with Drew and myself as we jump through and dig through all these September 4th books. If you guys want to be part of the podcast, if we missed something this week and you're like, guys, why didn't you talk about this, that, or the other? Feel free to let us know on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, drop us a Gmail. Any of those ways would be awesome, and we'd love to have our listeners be part of the podcast. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.